everybody. Welcome to Breaking the Seal, episode 17.
Goddamn, bro. 17
that's the intro
already?
right there. You know, that's what we're going to do now.
I-
Welcome to
welcome,
Breaking the Seal,
welcome.
episode 17. So we're here, everybody. Really appreciate everybody's support. As you know, if you keep up with the podcast and RGB Strong, we had our Madden tournament this past weekend. We had a chance to cover that and bring that to live stream for everybody on our Facebook page. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, it's on there. Go ahead, check it out.
So if you still think you're pretty good at Madden, check out the competition for next time.
Get the film, as they say. The
Get the
eye
film.
in the sky don't lie.
I don't lie.
Shout
You missed a tackle?
Shout out.
It'll come out on film.
He'll come out on film. But definitely, man, it was an awesome. I mean, really appreciate first like the 956 sports cards guys, Guzman and Garcia, for the opportunity. Like, thank you, fellas. Like, from the bottom of my heart, really appreciate it. I think y'all were just caught up. I didn't get a chance to say it to y'all. I think I told Garcia, but really appreciate everybody join, letting us get that opportunity. And then also like our sponsors for helping us out when with what I need. And I really appreciate that. A lot of our sponsors stepped up with door prize. We ended up giving a gaming chair. That was the mystery prize. So we gave a DPS gaming chair to, I believe it was like Ivan. And he ended up winning that. That was our mystery box. So huge shout out to Malu at discount, our merchandise at discounted prices. That's on Owasso in FAR. So it's on Owasso in FAR. You won't miss it. It's gonna be like a warehouse, and she has a bunch of stuff. Awesome deals there. Go check it out. All the other ones too. The other sponsors that helped out: Hacienda Ford, we had Tacos del Plebe. We had Oak, Texas. We had also Simpletronics, the Drunken Chicken. We had MDK's Custom Design helping us out. We had RGB Yard Cards, RGB Mobile X-Rays. We also had a few others that stepped up to the table to help us out. If I'm missing you out, sorry, but really appreciate everybody's support. We ended up getting a good amount of prizes for everybody to give out. And then also I want to give a huge shout out to the literacy, South Texas Literacy, for helping us out with some prizes too. We gave some book of Maddens to some people, the book of Maddens.
Yeah, I seen you get mine, bro. Don't forget about me.
And dude, it was fun. I need to get you your book, man. I need to get you your book.
Yeah, so I gotta read
to learn the game.
Yeah, learn the game.
It was awesome. We had an opportunity actually to have somebody compete who's done it before on a bigger scale in the EA brackets. So we talked to Daniel Monjaras about
the People's
Champ, RGB Strong. So he ends up taking home the trophy, the $750. $750, man. So he's walking away with $750, and then
that could have been you if you would have, been not afraid and competed.
I know, yeah, man. There's a lot of people that were asking, but things happen. I know, probably you're on. I know more people were probably on their way to they were on their way to the facility, I know, but the storm kind of probably
that kind of throws a curveball.
Man, we're setting up and it was so crazy. We got like tornado warning, all that stuff, but it was really fun just setting that up for everybody and having something different to the table where we can just have some fun and have a good time. I had like goodies for everybody just to have there. So it was kind of like I wanted to set it up like a little tailgate party. So that's kind of how the approach that we took there. And it was fun. It was fun doing that and having everybody get involved and join in, from business owners to even the people that are running the 956 sports cards event. So huge shout out again, like Garcia and Guzman, for helping us out and teaming up. And really looking forward to the opportunities in the future. So and then I even mentioned even to Guzman the other day too, like anything they need, we're here, and I hope they really I'm really looking forward to the next event. That's really what I'm looking for. That
and they had badass event going on as well. Well, we had the tournament in the background, and they definitely intend to have some more shows for them as well. So I mean, keep an eye out for that. And of course, also too, man, this is our first live tournament.
Yeah,
esports.
It was our first tournament, dude, and I got a lot of positive feedback. The shirts were awesome. if you got an RGV Strong shirt, appreciate you walking out. A little tear was running through my eye when I saw a little kid walking with it. I was like, oh man, can't believe that. Like in 1 year, like we've gone like that big. Where we're not big enough, but I'm saying like in a point where I'm actually seeing somebody rocking the logo. Because I just did this just to help out the community. I'm not trying to.
We're still helping out the community as much as we can, of course.
I mean, I want to like stress to everybody like RGV Strong is not a nonprofit. Like it's me just like doing my thing with campaigns, marketing, all that stuff. So so today
taking
the RGV is just a community page where I want people to have entertainment, fun, things like that. And that's why I'm just so happy that we finally have an actual live event. We've been doing trivia nights virtually for like a year, but this was like our first like official where we had like a game night type of vibe, like those trivia night vibes that we had. I'm glad that I can do that in an esports level. So there was a lot of people winning prizes, stuff like that. So, in the future, I do want to, maybe we can do a bingo one, something like that. If you're a bingo company, let us know. I mean, I want to do not just esports. I want to do all sorts of entertaining events like this and get things going for the community. Because I know, especially after a tough year and losing a lot of loved ones, we need something to, move forward and have fun with, and just a change of pace, essentially, like a change of pace and things. But
I do want to hit on again. I mean, this is the first live tournament we had, and I know Eddie, you definitely want to do some more in the future, and I know that there's some plans.
There's some plans that we
try to do that.
And it's all just kind of just sitting there on my end and making sure we have all the details straightened out. So that's what we're working on to make sure that we got everything.
So get ready, get your sticks ready.
Yeah, all man, we're ready.
Get your sticks ready.
We did this for a reason, and we're here, man. Like I said, we're not not going anywhere.
Remember
man.
At the beginning we were saying, yo, we're gonna do a live event, and then you make it happen.
In the beginning,
you gotta manifest it.
It probably seemed like it was all talk, but at the same time, like we kind of had these things already in place. It was just kind of just getting it official, and that's what we're always doing. I'm always trying to be proactive with things, and everybody, if you know me well, like we do business with me, that's kind of one of the things that I stress, and I get that out there. But yeah, I mean, this week, huge shout out again to everybody for that tournament. But this week, as
changing gears,
we have to have a beer of the week. We have to talk about something, try something a little different. This week we're trying the Four Corners Brewing. You said they're out of Dallas, right?
Yeah, out of D-Town.
Out of D, Texas. We're going to try El Chingon.
El Chingon. And in case you all don't know what El Chingon means, that just means pretty much you're a fucking badass. The way I try to paint the picture is, think about Canelo Alvarez. He's a badass. He's a motherfucking top of the top.
Brandon Figueroa, RGV local,
Exactly.
Badass, undefeated still. Congrats to him. Mm-hmm. Shout out to that guy. He was working hard. He's a young kid, and he's gonna get it.
Kobe Bryant would be another one, maybe another Chingon guy. But basically, it's just like,
bro, Tim Duncan.
Hey, Timmy.
The
Hall of Fame now. Shout out, bro. Shout out.
I remember I partied with the Spurs one time, dog.
What, like all of them, or?
After they won the finals,
no,
we ended up going to the Elevate,
and they were there. All of them were there.
Bellinelli, Kawhi Leonard, and
Danny Green. Was it like packed?
Yeah, it was kind of chill. Like it was like a thirsty Thursday, like
So they won it on a Thursday, and then
it was like on a Thursday, and then
against who? Against who? The Heat.
Oh, it was that year where the fucking Heat at San Antonio, man. They fucking get when a team goes to the championship, when the only team goes to the championship. They rally around it, man. Remember it was that song, "Gold All on My Chain." They're like Spurs all on my chain, Spurs all on my hat.
No, man. But going back to this beer,
it's a pretty strong beer. I haven't tried it since it was a pop. Like, wasn't it like a pop one before? Like, we had to.
I don't know. No, wait.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
I think because I don't remember ever trying this one. And I'm not gonna lie. So this is the
they made it kind of official, I guess.
This is the second one, and it's 7.2 alcohol. So my palate's a little numb from the first beer, but.
So India. This is another India Pale Ale. So we tried one before.
It kind of tastes similar.
Yeah,
it does taste similar, and surprisingly, this is actually pretty smooth.
This one is a lot smoother. The other one is more like had like a chocolatey like type of like a nut, like a pecan type of thing.
Yeah,
more just real like.
And this one, of course, it does have like you could taste a little hops to it, but it definitely isn't overpowering. It is actually pretty smooth, probably like I think a medium dark beer. I would say not necessarily dark, but it's not definitely a light beer. Obviously, right? It's a pale ale.
Es un puro party de cerveza.
But no, it's really really good.
So I think that's probably what, like, it says dry hop, so that's the hopness or the malt. I think it's a malt.
No, it's
like
that you taste that dryness, like, at the very end. That dryness at the very end.
That taste that is like a malt, right? Like the beginning.
I would say the beginning is probably the malt, and then the dryness is at the end. Definitely, there's definitely that dryness at the very end.
Crack up your chingon factor.
But no, this is actually pretty good. I would probably give it a solid.
I would probably call it like it would probably be a nightcapper. Like at the end of the night, after doing some drinking,
after a long day of running a tournament.
Yeah, after running a tournament, you're like, I just need that one medicine. I need that medicine.
What would you give it? 1 out of 10.
I would give it a 7. 7 out of 10, man.
Now I give it an 8 because again, you would think that it's an Indian,
but like I said, I kind of tried to
but it's pretty smooth, man. I mean,
we
really
figure out how India pale ales. Yeah, I mean,
they're usually a little bit more hoppy. I think, and don't get me wrong, there's some hop to it, some little hop pop to it. But
so hop is like, I think we were talking about hop is like that kind of like the cousin to like the marijuana or something like that.
Oh well, no. So basically, it's like out of the same.
I think same family.
Same family. I think. Who was telling us? Mike. Yeah, there you go. Mike was telling us.
So that's kind of okay. Now I'm trying to. Now I taste that.
But when you hit IPAs,
like at the end, it's kind of has that skunk type of.
When you hit like a real IPAs, that's when you get the super like hoppiness, where it's just like super bitter, super like poppy in your mouth, and it's hard. But obviously, of course, I mean, this is kind of along those lines, but the hoppiness isn't really there. The poppiness, I mean, it's there. Don't get me wrong, it definitely has that hoppiness to it. But I would say it's actually pretty light in the sense that you don't get it too much. It's a good poppy hoppiness to it. And like you're saying, I think the malt is the beginning and the dryness is the very end. That's the way I take it. That's the way my palate takes it.
Yeah, it's interesting beer. I'm probably like, I've seen it around, and like I said, I tried it a while back, but now, now that I'm actually like trying to get a feel for
it's not a full on type of beers, full blown on.
It's
IPA.
Kind of not like it's kind of one of those. I think it kind of reminds me like if it could have been a little bit stronger, like
what do you mean stronger though? Like stronger in like alcohol
level, then I think it would have made because I feel like it was at one point. I don't know why when I think of El Chingon, I thought it was like at 9% at one point. Maybe it was another thing.
Are you already fucking crunk, bro?
I think I am. Welcome to Breaking the Seal. I'm gonna excuse me real quick.
Hold on real quick. Yeah, let me I gotta go break the seal. I gotta go break the seal.
Cut that part out. But nah, man. I really, this is pretty cool stuff. So what's going on, man? You see anything good out there lately? I kind of was trying
actually on stuff, HBO Max, bro. I fucking last night I saw The Tenant. Okay, The Tenant. It's on HBO Max. And honestly, dude, what the fuck, bro? That was like, I don't even think that was a mind fuck. That was just more like, what the fuck, bro?
Like at the beginning, that whole scene, you're just like, what the fuck?
That was cool though. I feel like the beginning was pretty badass. It kind of.
I was already confused at the beginning
where he's
like, oh, you took the pill. That means that you're it's a sign of loyalty. You passed. And I was like, what the fuck? It just happened. I thought what? But then, so the people in the suits are people that are traveling back in time. Like,
what do you mean
can't
suits?
run into like the black suits. Remember like that whole badass. There was one badass scene, and that scene, it happened like twice. And I was like going through like this. That's what I like about Christopher Nolan, though.
Yeah, it's a Christopher Nolan.
He knows how to do that trippy type of like with Inception, like.
And this was very like mimic of Inception. I feel.
And it was. There's another film, well, Interstellar. That one was fucking amazing. Like,
yeah, that one.
There was, I think, if any, like out of all of his films, Interstellar's the best one.
I think so.
Dark Knight is just, I think it's more comic.
Well, no, I mean,
cancer. I don't know if you can consider that a Nolan. Memento was a good one.
Which was that one, bro?
Memento is where there's this guy. It starts like all over the place, but he has short-term memory loss, and the only way that he remembers things is if he looks at a photo. So the whole movie, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, when did it come out?
It came out back in like 98.
Oh, so that was like one of the first films type
exactly, shit? Like one of his first films. It's an awesome movie.
Who's the main actor?
a main actor. I think it was like I had it in my he came out in
I'm gonna
Iron
see
Man
it now.
3. He came out in Iron Man 3.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, the
The
bad
villain?
dude. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I think it was. I think that's him. I think that's him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But maybe, but he looks like that guy.
But going back to Tenet, bro.
That's
Okay,
what I mean. The
so
Christopher Nolan like experience is fucking crazy. So the Tenet thing,
but I think this
he
one was
play,
too crazy,
but I
bro.
like that he plays around. And I'm not like a movie buff. Like I mean, I love movies, but I'm like kind of like not like a film aficionado or whatever. But like those reverse shots were pretty pimp. Like come on, like you can't lie. There's that stuff was good. There's good stuff. The way that he played with the camera, because that supposedly that scene.
Which scene?
I guess, but I think guess with this film you have to like take into appreciation with like the cinematography, like the work like that, and I think that's where he won the awards. He didn't really win the awards with the story. He won the awards because of the badass fight scenes
and the filming
and the sound effect, like the filming of it.
Yeah, the sound effects were there. I would say even like
I don't
the
even know if he
was kind of good.
I don't know if he won, but I know that people were really like
raving
about that part of it because
I think in
a movie perspective, like it was probably a fun movie for him to do because he shot the same scene backwards, but like. It made sense. Like that whole fight scene was fucking.
Wait, which one though? Which fight scene? Oh, okay. You're talking about
at the beginning. You're like he's
Washington fights against Washington. Right?
Yeah.
Denzel fights against Denzel.
I actually saw Training Day the other day.
Wait, no, dude, Training Day is shit. I was watching the other day too.
Yeah, how that movie's badass.
But okay, wait. This is Denzel's son. If y'all didn't know, he is a main actor in Tenet. I forget his first name. Do you know his first name?
I think his name is like but he used to be with the Rams. I remember there was back in like ESPN, they had like the preseason game, and they were showing the Rams, and they were like, "Oh, Denzel is here to support his son." Like I think it was like Jerry Washington or George or something like that.
You're not talking about fucking what's that series on HBO called
Ballers?
Ballers. You're not talking about that.
But I think that's kind of why he did good at that role because that's pretty much like he was
like so he played a little bit.
John David Washington.
So he played a little bit of NFL.
Yeah, he was with the Rams, dude.
What?
Yeah, he was with the Rams. John David Washington Rams.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's on Ballers, bro. You're tripping, bro.
I'm not tripping, bro. He played with the Rams, bro.
He didn't play with
an American. Oh, he used to be a running back. And he was an undrafted. He was signed with the St. Louis Rams as an undrafted free agent in 2006. And in 2006, that was Steven Jackson. Steven, speaking of, we're bringing this full circle. We're talking NFL again, but yeah, no, it's he was there.
So did he play or he was?
It was kind of, I mean,
like second, third string.
Yeah, bro.
But no, he was in the NFL though.
He was in the NFL
for how long? Like maybe a year or two.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of one of those like it was a preseason game, and they're like, "Oh, Denzel's here!" Like, and they showed that like just for views, I guess.
Because honestly, I was like, no, I mean, of course, it seemed like he knew what he was talking about in Ballers and shit like that. He rides football and shit like that, and he's a pretty good actor though. I don't have anything against him.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only reason that this movie didn't I think
this is story. The story is just hard, bro.
As it did is because the pandemic affected it.
That too.
It messed up a lot. It did come out during the pandemic, and it was one of those movies that kind of went to the theater first. So to see like it now, because I saw the hype and all that stuff. But he did a pretty good job on his role. Like, he's a
pretty good actor.
I want to see more of him.
And you will. I think you will.
As a main role, but not like those. Like, and the cool thing about it, it's not like that. Stereotypical type of role that they always give. I'm not gonna. I mean, the African American. They gave him a badass, like legit role where he's like.
Well, he's the main character basically.
Where he makes the new Batman his bitch.
I'm still not gonna watch that movie because fuck Twilight.
But I don't understand what his character is. So what was his character? So that's what we're trying. I guess what we're trying to do is we're trying to
figure this fucking movie out.
That whole scene. The only scene that I liked, like I told you, was that badass scene where they kind of reversed in time, but at the same time they made. I guess they used one shot, but they told two stories with that shot. So like the shot originally, like in the first part, he's running through a place. And he starts fighting this dude, and they're fighting backwards.
You're talking about when they're in that painting vault area, right in the airport, right?
Oh yes, exactly. Yes. So they're running through it. They're doing their thing, and they're like, doing their scene. And he takes off the mask. That part where he sees who's behind the mask,
and then he kind of lets him go. Twilight guy.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay. But I already knew at the beginning, like that kind of.
One of the things that I want to go back to is I don't know if you remember the whole highway scene when
where the cars are like driving backwards, and I'm like, wait, what the heck?
So what I kind of like, what I'm tripping about it now after the fact is like when fucking Dan or John Washington goes back in time, he's driving backwards, right? But he's driving the car in a certain direction. But
so I'm painting the picture for you. Okay, now you're kind of seeing where it's kind of good because, and I'm gonna bring it to you right now, full circle though. But yeah, continue. What are you saying?
Yeah, so it looks like he's driving in a certain direction, right?
Yeah.
But when the actual like timeline direction, which is I guess the inverted direction, it's completely opposite. So he's going opposite direction, backwards in time. It looks like he's going, a certain direction, but then when you flip it around, it's basically the back of a car actually coming, towards you. So it's kind of like, wait, what? Like it's all inverted. It's all inverted. So that's like one of the biggest premises in this movie is inversion and everything being inverted.
But I think the main concept is just time travel. Time travel.
It's time travel.
That is where I love. Like I love.
Oh
time
yeah,
travel.
dude.
So after I saw this movie, I went on a time travel binge. So guess what my next movie was? Fucking Back to the Future.
See, but there's different. And it comes down to, and they mention it in Tenet. There's just basically two theories of thought, right? It's the grandfather.
Guess the third movie after Back to the Future, and then we'll go back to
Interstellar.
No, Endgame.
Endgame. Okay.
They go back in time through the
and that one, yeah. Okay, so wait. I would say
so I guess I saw 3 different versions of how time travel works because I think that's where I was thinking of.
Yeah.
And I think I wasn't thinking of it at the time, but subconsciously, I guess in movies like time travel is like very nobody knows the concept of time travel. Everybody has their interpretation.
Not only that, but it's just even say that time travel is possible.
In this part, yeah, exactly. Like in this movie, they say time travel is possible, and people know how to fuck with it. So that was the kind of thing I think was like, whoa, that got me where like this guy's interacting with the guy from the, I guess, spoiler alert to everybody who haven't fucking watched the movie. He's interacting with the villain in the past, but he knows what. It was so weird because remember he's having that phone conversation with him and he's hey, this is what's going to happen.
He's like, thank you for giving me whatever the fuck.
So did he swap out times? Is that what's going on too? Is that he's trying to like swap out? He knows that so the main thing we're trying to break it down, right? So they're trying to stop World War III from happening.
But it's not even World War III. This is like the end of
potentially like
it's not even. It's just like the end of time, bro. Like they're trying to stop the end of time.
They're trying
because if you remember at the very end, if he dies, everyone dies because I think
that's why I have to go back to it because at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, "What the fuck is going on?" And
100%. I still don't even really. I probably would have to watch it again. But dude, it's so fucking long. It's nothing too.
But isn't that a smart thing to do, like on his part? Because maybe if you see it again, everything will make sense.
Yeah, because I don't think you're gonna make sense of it after the first fucking watching, bro.
I think
that's for sure.
In a movie perspective, like as a director, like damn, you did your job because you're making people go back to watch your movie. Again.
Yeah, because sometimes one and done in a way, especially with movies. Like
it's very typical because now you get that sequel, the fucking Dumb and Dumber 2, or like the stupid sequel we never needed.
Yeah,
like Ghostbusters. I don't know. Maybe hopefully it does good, but I like Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's cool. But
they're making another one because the last Ghostbusters was fucking trash. No offense.
Last year too. All this fucking Hollywood. But Hollywood right now has a bunch of a vault full of fucking new movies that they're
probably tripping balls right now. They're like, what do we do?
They're not tripping balls. Marvel. Well, let's.
Well, no, what I'm saying is
talk
like
about it. Marvel also like they did that trailer.
Yeah, but
that
like,
trailer is kind of telling people we're fucking back open. Like
no, we're back open, but at the same time too is like if they release, for example, Black Widow, is it gonna be on Disney Plus too, where you pay $20 to watch it?
It is, and then after that, like it'll probably be the last one.
Let's go back to the 3, I guess, interpretations of time travel, right?
So yeah, and then I didn't even I should have watched Interstellar, but I couldn't get a hold of that. I think.
Even Interstellar is kind of trippy too,
because he's kind of in a black hole and he messes with time.
Like, yeah, he messes with time,
but it needs to happen.
But I think it goes back to the grandfather theory, and I think that goes back to what Nolan kind of believes that what has happened has happened. Like you can't change that.
And it happened for a reason because it happened because it was supposed to happen.
And
I don't know if that makes any fucking sense, but
no,
yeah, you
exactly.
know what I mean? That happens. Like McConaughey was supposed to do that to drop the book so his daughter could do that, and then this could happen
so that they could figure it out so that
the world could be saved.
Exactly.
Maybe that's where he.
But then again, like that kind of goes to like you're changing,
or maybe he's fucking just a broken-hearted fucking guy, and he always wants to go back to the past to get the
but
girl that he loved.
don't
or
we
some
all
shit,
though
man.
in a way? Like
I
don't
think
we
so. I
all
mean,
like as like at one point or another? Like man, everyone, of course. I mean,
everybody
unless you're a
always wants
fucking
to go
monk.
back. Yeah, they want to go back in time to maybe fix that one thing. I know there's a lot of people that say, "I don't regret a thing. I don't regret it." Nah, I think that's kind of bullshit. Maybe there's that
Well,
one little thing.
and again, I guess if you're a monk,
One little
bro,
thing.
then you just know that shit. It's just like, hey, you move forward in life and shit.
But I just love the concept of time travel because I mean, even at that, like if it was true, you wouldn't even realize that your life would change because unless you're part of that whole thing.
But so that's, I guess, going back to Nolan, right? I'm trying to like get Nolan in the corner. Like, what do you think, bro? Do you think it's fucking again, grandfather theory, which is what happens, but then yet you have movies where people go back in time to kind of make sure that it happens, so they're affecting time. There's that one little, but I think overall,
I just think that he has the sci-fi thing down. Like when it comes to sci-fi and fucking with people's head and making sure like they go back to watch it again to see little things they didn't see before. That he's got that down. Like it's kind of like what Marvel does, like where you have to see something low, but he does it in a sense where it's like original take. It's like his own concept, his own idea. I
guess I'm trying to pin him down to see what the fuck
he's
his
just
version is.
He's a good he's a I guess
I would say he's
an
probably
interesting director to see, because he always met that is his thing, except with Batman, like I said.
But even with Batman, he kind of
I guess you could say he does frame that picture where regretting losing a loved one, like again, because when Rachel dies, like it's kind of one
not
of those
only that,
things.
but Joker always talks about this past of how he got his fucking
man. We're breaking Christopher Nolan down. He loves time travel. I think he has a broken heart. He looks one of those, like he went through like an emo phase, probably. Like
he has a broken heart.
I'm pretty sure he was kind of one of those guys.
He wears his heart on his sleeves for sure.
He has the bang over his eye, like when it was a trend.
But okay. So okay, we got three at least. I think what we're saying is there's three versions of time travel. One is like the grandfather theory, like, you can't change things, and right?
There's one like Back to the Future
where you can change things, and they change everything. In the timeline. But then you got Marvel, where it's just like infinite timelines. Where it's just like
the way that the way that they explain is that you can't go back to the past and it won't change the future. It would just create.
Wait, in what?
It would create another universe.
You're talking about Marvel?
Yeah, that's how they explain it. When you change travel, you don't change the travel. You change the universe.
No, you change the timeline. You change another timeline. You don't change your timeline. It becomes
its own bubble.
Yeah, basically, and that goes to the whole theory of infinite,
and I think that's why it goes
universes.
To like the multiverse.
Multiverse,
that's
exactly.
Why they're trying to bring that in, which makes a lot of sense. Like I guess just playing around with that is fun, because even at that, I think like I was telling you, like even NASA has they found their theory like that, how time is kind of like it's like there's like a gravity pool on some of that.
Well, there's that whole fucking going to. I mean, I'm not a fucking physicist, but like electrons, right? Electrons, they be moving 100% like all the time until you snap it, right? Then they're caught in an instance, but that doesn't mean that they're there all the time. It doesn't mean that like at that, to my understanding, that particular time they're there. It's just weird. Like, basically, I don't know. Basically, it's just like you never capture one moment because there's so many moments or some shit like that. Again, I have to like double check in my fucking reading of that, but there's that whole like where you shoot electrons into a fucking into like the screen or some shit, and like you never know where the electron is until the moment you snap it. Like it's just weird. And I think that kind of somewhat goes to the multiverse, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, even at that, like that's kind of like even that fifth dimension thing is I'm seeing more articles of that come about, and it's crazy to see that like that whole perspective, like that people are like even starting to test those things and test the limits of science. Dude, like time travel is so crazy. What if like we are our future selves living in our past bodies and we can't say anything?
Well, the thing is, for some reason,
like because like it's like kind of like waking up on a dream type of thing where you're just like, oh shit, like oh fuck, you wake up and you don't realize that you're in a different universe. Like, what if stuff like that is actually happening? That'd be crazy, right?
Well, I mean, who's to say not in a way?
Yeah, I mean, because you wouldn't remember it. It would kind of be like the MIB, like.
But the thing is like that I kind of noticed, like you kind of have somewhat of a timeline. You have somewhat of a timeline.
Have you ever noticed stuff that like like for example, the Mandela Effect, like where you've heard something like originally and then it changed, and you're like, when did that change?
Yeah.
And I thought I was completely right about that. Like, and I'm sure I'm right about it because I remember seeing that shit, like the
Mm-hmm.
Berenstein Bear thing. Have you heard about the Mandela Effect?
No.
The Mandela Effect is like this theory where like it's like a conspiracy theory that essentially like timelines have changed for certain people, or not certain people, but for universes, because certain little things have changed. Like there's, you remember the Berenstein Bears, Berenstein Bears.
No.
There, it was like a book back in the day. Like it was like a bunch of like a bear family. They lived together, whatever. They supposedly like that changed where it used to be IEN, but now it's EIN,
But like,
and everybody remembers that it being IEN. Like everybody can, as a culture, as everything, they remember it being IEN. Let me show you some examples of Mandela Effect, because I love the Mandela Effect. Now that we're talking about time travel, we're talking about all this stuff. This became a time travel podcast. We're probably gonna have to make this one itself type of podcast, bro. To be honest. So the Mandela Effect is a phenomenon that makes us question even the most mundane memories from the past. So it said in 2019, a New York Times crossword puzzle made it the theme. It defined it as a recent. So it's named it's named by paranormal research Fiona Broom. She loves the idea, blah blah blah. But essentially, like it's like little things like that in the past where people have noticed it, and it's kind of like, what the fuck? Here's another one right here. So 10 examples. So the Monopoly monocle. Oh shit, that's true. Didn't he have a monocle?
who?
The Monopoly man?
You had a monocle?
Yeah, like one glass.
Yeah.
So he doesn't.
They're saying he doesn't.
Yeah, has been the de facto mascot for Monopoly, the Parker Brothers game that somehow made real estate exciting. Well, I thought he had a monocle.
So they're saying he doesn't.
He's never worn one. People appear to be conflicting his depiction of the Mr. Peanut. So people are confusing it. So essentially, they say Mandela Effect is like a false memory, but he did have a monocle, no?
Yes.
I remember the Monopoly man with a monocle. I mean, at least with McDonald's. Isn't that a joke in Ace Ventura? Like
see, that's the thing. Like, it could go
I
back
think
to that. Like,
Ace Ventura, didn't he say like a joke to
you
that?
should be able to fucking go back to a pinpoint in time where it's just like maybe they changed it after 20 years, right?
Mhm.
And they try to erase the past, but there has to be some documentation of him having it.
So like
right?
it being like a fun conspiracy theory is one where people like use that to base that multiverse approach to it, where they're like, oh shit, like maybe there is a multiverse because I remember this happening at that time.
But
So
then it did. Then it never. Then it
never
didn't.
did.
Yeah.
Like-
Then in our
like,
timeline, it didn't persist.
Another one that's really famous is the Apollo. Okay, so I remember I was telling you the Berenstein Bears. So it says the Berenstein Bears fail a spelling bee. So it says, oh, remember I said it was supposed to be EIN. It's spelled AIN. Berenstain Bears.
See, I don't remember that, so I can't confirm.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny that statement.
Okay, so there was another one where Kazam, not Shazam. So the most startling example of Mandela Effect, the belief the entire film exists, titled Shazam, starring actor comedian as a genie, Sinbad as a genie, but it's probably Kazam, a starring Shaquille. So people think that Kazam or Shazam was people are recollecting it's probably Kazam. So people are thinking that, remember Sinbad? He was a comedian with the one hoop earring.
Oh yeah.
They confuse him with being a genie in a movie. So they think that the movie that Shaq is a genie in, Shazam, was him. Nah, I remember that one being Shaq because I remember at that time I started liking basketball because the Spurs and them were going at it. So I remember that one. That one, okay, that one's really debatable. But
again, on that one, it's like you could go back and see if this other guy was ever in a movie that he was a genie, right? Like, and if he's not, well, then obviously,
If
well,
he's
then
not, then something happened. Like people are saying, "Oh, well, what the fuck?" I remember him being a genie in this movie.
yeah, but that could just be his people, recollection and just being false. Because I think recollection is one of the highest. Like, you could dupe somebody so easily with recollection.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember reading this article where it's like, as long as you know like certain facts of a person, for example, the year they graduated high school, some of the people they hung out with, you
Mm-hmm.
could basically come up to them and be like, hey, like, remember me? I went to so and so high school, graduated X
Oh,
year,
another one is
and I remember so and so, right? You remember me, right? And they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember you when you never went to that high school, you never graduated that year.
so let's play guess that the guess that show. So all right, so there's a show with a bunch of females and they all they did in New York was like mess around. What was the name of that show?
The only way you can think of,
On
obviously,
HBO.
the only thing you think of, especially, is Sex in the City, right?
Sex what?
Sex in the City.
Say it like emphasize the words that you say.
Sex and the City.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, you said it right. So people say they remember it being in the city. In the city.
Sex in the City. No, it's Sex and the City.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's one. And then the Monopoly one's another one. Uh, what? It says the tip of Pikachu's tail isn't black. Oh, it's a yeah.
No, it is black.
No, it says it isn't.
It's not.
People remember there being a black mark on Pikachu's tail, but if you take a look at Pikachu now, you'll see nothing there.
What about like old pictures? Never.
Mm-mm.
Then where'd that come from?
Curious George never had a tail.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't remember that.
Because he was house trained, bro. They cut his tail off, bro. You're human.
Chick-fil-A is not spelled Chick-fil-A or CHIC or IC or IK. It's
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 CHIC
it's
dash FIL dash A.
no, it's CK.
CK? What do you mean? What?
Yeah, it says Chick-fil-A is not spelled that way that you spelled it or with a K. Darth Vader,
So how do you spell it?
CHICKFILA.
That's what I said.
Yeah, Darth Vader doesn't say Luke, I am your father. He actually says, "No, I am your father."
See, that's just something like people could easily mix up. That's just ridiculous.
But that's what people are like, "No, it is that."
No, but think about, okay, like when you listen to a song,
And you think
right?
it says something else?
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what the way I coordinate this as. This is like, dude, come on. Like people fucking interpret shit differently all the time. Like when I was a kid, I would listen to verses and I thought they said that. It was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't
So
say
what
that.
about okay, so Forrest Gump, what did Forrest Gump say that his mom said?
If
We're playing movie trivia now.
if stupid is stupid does or something like that.
Oh no, another one. The last, like the infamous line. Or not the famous line.
I thought that was a famous line.
No, where he's sitting on the bench and he has a certain type of candy.
Oh, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Well, it turns out he actually said life was like a box of chocolates.
Was?
Oh, yeah.
So he's dead? This is a memoir?
I think so. That's why
See,
they never
but
made
it's
part
just,
two, man.
are they?
No, they said they never made a part two.
Oh, I was like, they shouldn't.
Jiffy peanut butter. Oh, it's Jif, of course. Duh. Yeah, no, I mean it's an interesting topic, and I kind of like it because it kind of plays with that whole conspiracy time travel thing. But it's cool seeing that and all that going on. But definitely,
Cut out some of the shit.
we're gonna probably make it another episode just for this. But yeah, no, appreciate everybody joining in with us. We got Daniel Monjaras, the Madden champ for the RGB Strong League. He ended up taking home the championship this past weekend. So appreciate him joining in and giving us some time and talking about how you can participate. So if you're a Madden player, you want to take your talent to the next level, you can join the RGV Strong League first of all, so you can compete with him the next time. But you could also compete at an official level, like with EA. It's really simple. You get to hear that during the podcast. And it's fun seeing some people enjoy the league and seeing what we have going on. And I really appreciate, again, everybody that helped support this past event. Y'all are so amazing and awesome, and I say that at the bottom of my heart. You all are amazing. Really appreciate everybody doing all that for us and helping us out and making this event happen. So appreciate the fellas again, Guzman and Garcia, and then all of our sponsors. And I hope everybody enjoys this episode.
You're welcome.
One of these things. One of the things. Oh yeah, we got.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey,
I do want to mention
that, Ghost hosts.
That
well, look, man, we just appreciate everything. Of course, all the likes, subscribes. Continue following us. Of course, we got nothing but new and great content for the RGV, and of course, sir. For the whole great state of Texas, Lone Star State, man.
And I
we're here to rep,
man. A lot of people. Shout out to people from Colorado. Shout out to people from Ohio. Shout out to people from all over the U.S. that want to hear.
Shout out from
especially
Dallas,
Centennial,
Texas.
Dallas too. Everybody that really wants to hear what we're about down here. Excuse me. And really appreciate y'all joining in and joining into our podcast week after week. Y'all are amazing. And if you want to participate in our online leagues, you're more than welcome to. Just send us a message and we can get you all set up. We're trying to make this exclusive. But if you're from up north, go ahead and let us know. But appreciate everybody. Thank you. Like Go said, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that smash that like button. Make sure you give us a little.
And don't be afraid to share and share this content. We're just trying to spread nothing but information.
Some good content for
good content.
Well, course, I hope it's good content. Anybody.
Of course, the 4-letter word.
Everybody, that's the thing too. Everybody's real quick to say they have the best content. They have the good content. Give me the content. Hey, I'm the best in the RGV. Fuck that. I'm not about that. I'm just about doing my thing and having fun with people in the community that want to have fun with us. And, I'm not trying to showboat or anything like that. I'm just doing what I do best, and that's work hard and try to get things done for people and get everybody involved, man. And appreciate Ghost, for helping me out too and coming to the event. And, thank you, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Especially, we got more tournaments lined up.
Appreciate it, bro.
We got some more tournaments lined up. So get your sticks ready. I mean, if you ain't scared, obviously there's a bunch of scared guys out there. They're not down to play. They don't want to get a loss, bro. They don't want to L, bro.
They didn't want to get wet, dude. They didn't want to get wet. They want to stay dry, and we get that. You get scared sometimes. We understand.
I understand. I guess
But we understand, but we don't want to.
We understand. We understand, but we don't understand.
Yeah, but appreciate everybody. Thank you for liking and sharing, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye. All right, everybody. Welcome. We have the RGB Strong champ, the Madden champ, with Danny Monjaras.
We have the People's champ. The People's champ.
Man, thanks for participating, man. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that you could, come in and show up and see what, what we have to offer too at the strong event, especially this one being our first, man. I'm glad you could come in and participate. It's pretty cool. And then just finding out more about you, man, that's pretty awesome. But let everybody know a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and then we'll talk more about your experience in a bit.
I'm Daniel Monjaras. I'm from San Juan, Texas. I'm 24 years old, and I like to play Madden, I
guess. There you go.
And just to clarify, he did not go to PSJ Bears.
He did not go to PSJ Bears. What school did you go to? What was it?
PJ Southwest.
Oh, Southwest. Oh, yeah. So it was like when because I don't think we were around with Southwest. We went to PSJ North. So that's why I was like, hey,
puro pinche Raiders.
Yes, sir.
But yo, man, how long you been playing, man? How long you been playing Madden? I know you kind of let us know last time, but for the people out there, man, how long you been playing Madden for?
Like 2.5 years.
And that's like competitively, like you said, right?
Yeah, like for fun, so like probably like 5 years, just playing with my friends and stuff like that.
And your first Madden, which one was it?
I can't remember. Probably.
You gotta remember,
15,
bro.
15.
Oh,
15. Because it goes by is the year.
Yeah, so many Maddens, bro.
Yeah, it's because we're in Madden 21, and it wasn't even 21. The 22 is.
Oh, so you're talking? Yeah. Okay, so like, see, I remember mine that I got really, really into was McNabb when McNabb was on the cover. So I was like 05, and that one was pretty cool because it had the cone, the passing.
Because you don't remember by the. by the Maddens. You remember the
By the
people that were
cover-
the people that were there. You
Yes.
never remember by the like, it's
What cover? So
weird.
that cover 15, that was that the Sherman one, or was that?
I think 15 was a Sherman
or
one.
was that the
Yeah,
Adrian
yeah.
Peterson one?
No, I think
No. Yeah, that
it was a
wasn't
Sherman.
Oh, so that dude, that one was my favorite one. I think I was telling you that
Mm.
one yesterday, man. That
Mhm.
one kind of was like it kind of changed the way like you juked a little bit, and
Yeah.
it felt more realistic.
Mhm.
It
And
kind
then
of took
defense,
away.
I think defense really started playing a big factor in
Mhm.
Madden at that point in time.
But tell us about the competitive bracket with EA and all of your experience there, man. How
And
did
the
that come
circuit,
about?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
just
the
how did that
circuit.
come about, and what made you want to pursue that?
No, a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, I just signed up for fun. You go to EA and they have the restrictions there. It's just competitive. You just sign up, but the way it works is basically if you want to represent your favorite team or whatever team you want, it doesn't matter. You just join everything. You don't have to worry about paying any money or stuff like that. Everything is free if you make it, right? Just sign up, sign in
When
your
you,
free information.
and when you say if you make it, what does that mean? Like, what do you have to do to make it, so to speak?
You first you register and you put your information, everything, and then once you register, they'll give you the email. You register for whatever club, which would be what team. There's 32 teams in the NFL. You represent one. Once you do that, they give you the instructions. It all depends. The formats are always different. It all depends that year. This year, for example, it was top 16 players of that club, right? So they give you the way you qualify there is you have to win. There's 5 weekend leagues. It's the weekend. You have to win as much as possible. There's 5 weekends and there's 25 games
Okay,
on each
Gotcha.
weekend, right?
Okay.
And
25 games.
So 5
yeah,
games
and
a
a
week.
weekend. Yeah, it starts Thursday and it
okay.
ends Monday morning.
Man, so tell us what's your like is there like a most intense game that you had like that you remember right off the bat, or you know,
To make it there, to make.
is there any yeah, but like tell us one, is there one where you had like down by the wire, you know, like pick six? Tell us a little story. Do you have any?
Yeah, well, the last one to make it there was basically like I was there because I had my friend in my ears, but when you're in the live event, you can't have nobody. It's just you, the admins right next to you, right? But when you're gonna qualify, it's all up to you. Like you just register your thing. So I was with my friend in the mic, and people do it like when you're gonna, let's say you make it, right? You're one game away, and then I'll be in your ear, right? It's like, okay, just to help you out, right? It's stuff that you don't see. So my friend was in my ear. It's 4th and 3. It's 4th and 3. I'm in my own 35, right? At 17-15. If I don't get it, he's gonna drive downfield and score, kick 3. He wins by 1. So you're in a situation where, like, dude, it's 4th and 3. You don't get 3 yards. You lose $2,500 and you don't make it. You're gonna lose. He's gonna kick 3. He won the game. And if you punt it, he's gonna go downfield because there was like 40 some seconds left.
Mhm.
So my friend's like, "It's out to you, man." I mean, and then he's like, and my friend told me, but I would go for it. It's like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go for it too. So I hiked the ball, man, and everything's covered. He only sent like 2 guys or 1, and everything's covered. Like, oh my God, bro! I'm
He said
standing there in the
back.
yeah.
Oh
I'm standing
man.
there in the pocket, man. I'll show you the video. I'll record it and send it to you. And as soon as
Hell
I
yeah.
throw it, the guy clicks on the guy, but he thought he was gonna click on somebody in front, but he got click on somebody back. So as he was coming forward, he clicks back. So I'm right here. He clicks back, and he goes back. His player goes back, and I throw it, and I get it, and I win the game for 2,500. It was really lucky, man.
It was just
really
kind of
lucky.
like just seal it, nail in the coffin type of scenario.
And that was a qualifier, right? To kind of get
Dude.
to
Yeah,
the next round.
it was crazy, man. Yeah.
Dude,
But it was a
that's
double
man.
elimination, so I won, right? I went undefeated, so I had to play. I knew I was going to play the same guy twice, so he had to beat me twice, and he blew me out the next. Like I beat him 10-6, right? So he's like, okay, tomorrow you have to. If I win, that's it. And I lost, man. He blew me out. I was like, oh my God.
He came to play.
I just beat this guy, man. What the heck? And then the next game, I beat him by just 2 points.
By 2 points. So it became a defensive game. So you had to adjust, right? That's another thing too, man.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when you say your friends on the mic, is it kind of like in like I know in the NFL the coaches are in the ear till like about like 20 seconds. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm there, but the thing is like
you can't coach.
Like,
you said
no, in the live event no, but there when you're by yourself, he could watch your game. Anybody can watch it. You can stream them. You can stream them on your thing, and anybody, or if not, you don't have to. You just by yourself. It's up to you. But my friend was like, "Okay, man, I want you to be there. Just like, okay, yeah, man, you can run the ball here. Just remember, like somebody there. But they can't play for you. Like you can't be like, man, throw it here because
Oh, okay.
You're not even playing your game at that point.
It's kind of like a coaching
Yeah,
thing. Does that happen a lot though in the community? Like people getting coached or stuff like that?
Yeah, well, to make it there, but the live event, no, you can't do that.
Oh, you can't do that.
The guys right next. They already seen your other equipment and your live event. Oh, everybody's watching you.
So then you qualified, and then so now you're at the live event. You're the next stage, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. So coaching wise, like how does that work? Like is there like people in like the Madden community that are like known coaches and they have like a bunch of players under them or what?
Yeah, it's like well, some people like it, some people don't. Like I just told my friend, hey man, can you be in the year? Like, for example, okay man, look man, because he could see stuff that I didn't see. He's like, hey man, that guy's doing this and this. He's playing this man off. Watch off of that, just like that, just before the play or something like that. Before the play happened, right, or whatever. Stuff that I don't see is like just 4 eyes is better than 2, right, or 2.
No, that's true.
Yeah. So just so like that, but there's some other friends where like they tell me, it's like, hey man, don't tell me somebody's open when I'm in the middle of a play. Like, dude, here. Like, man, I can't do no, man.
It's like a courtesy. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it depends. You can't have like I can't like I'll be there and be like, I just stay quiet. It's like, hey man, that guy was open. Just remember next time if he does it, just don't be yelling at us, because then you pressure the person and
they throw it and then
depends. Like,
it kind of just sounds like it's like the ring, like, or the corner, like, you know, like in a fight, like you have them, hey man, watch out this, watch this. That sounds pretty badass. That sounds like a fun experience, man, to have. So like I know that's another thing. I mean, it's the off season pretty much. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, how did you feel about the tournament, man? Give us your take on it. How did you feel? What did you think? What do you think we could improve on?
It was you guys tournament. I thought it was good. I thought it was all good. I thought it was great. It was really well run.
And one of the things, like, I mean, it had been a while since you actually had a in-person tournament, right? So I guess it was kind of good to I guess have in person, right?
Yeah, it was a really good experience to have the person right next to you and stuff like that. It's different though, because everything's online now.
So when was the last time you had like an in-person tournament?
I believe it was with David with Fish.
Critical. It was huge shout out to him too, David, also for helping us out with some of the equipment. So he had like an arcade, right? So like you would have some Madden tourneys every now and then, or what?
Well, he would have them. He did the McAllen one.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
And when was that? Like a few years back or 2019 before COVID?
Yeah, right before COVID in the summer. Before COVID.
That's cool. No, that's cool, man. Because that's one of the reasons why, like, I kind of, you know, collab with him, because he kind of has that idea on how to do it and stuff. So I'm like, hey, man, like, you know, he kind of called me and let me know, like, hey, whatever you need. So I was like, you know, I kind of I'm open to that, and I like that too. And I'm here for the same thing, man. And I kind of want to let everybody know in the gaming community. I mean, we're here to help out. Like I was saying yesterday, I kind of want to do more of these events, and it's not more like of a more like competitive aspect. It's like real casual, something that's like, you know, we could all hang out, chill, and, you know, have a good time, play some Madden and win some money at the same time, you know. So that's kind of how I wanted to set it up, and I'm glad that, you know, we had some people come in and have fun. I know it kind of like rained a little bit at the beginning.
I was like, kind of tornado warnings and shit, bro. What the fuck?
I was kind of worried about that. I was like, oh, dude. But what are the chances? But I think that's what it is. Is there something new? It's a storm. The storm is coming.
The storm's coming. Yo, Daniel, real quick, man. I want to go back to the whole circuit, EA Sports circuit. So again, you qualify into the circuit. You win 2,500. You're now kind of in a live tournament, so to speak. And I think you were mentioning it's 32 teams on Xbox, 32 teams on PlayStation, right? And then you guys play against each other later on. But can you elaborate a little bit more on that? So you're in the live tournament. Then what?
First, you say everybody plays their games, right? Everybody has a certain week, like the NFC. It goes by NFC East, NFC West. I was like, okay, those. So I was in the NFC
South, right?
Yeah.
South.
NFC, yeah, I was in the
the Bucks, right? Okay, the Bucks were the team that you were representing during the live event.
Yeah.
So then you kind of like continue. Did you win the South basically?
No, I lost. It was tough. It was hard. It was hard. After that, like I won that one. I thought it was pretty hard to even win the club.
Qualifying, yeah.
A lot of New Orleans players, like a lot of people using New Orleans or the Falcons. I think the Falcons kind of on paper are good, and that's the thing about Madden.
No, but it's a ultimate team. That's why.
Oh, Ultimate Team.
Yeah,
Wait, whoa,
Oh, that's
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
So who do
You
who's
qualify
your
for the
pick?
ultimate team. You
That's
qualify for the ultimate team.
dude, that's awesome. So I like draft champions. That's my favorite mode. Like that's the one because you get to get the legends. So what's your lineup looking like on offense?
The thing was that
Mhm.
like I said, it all depends. Either like EA, it's been said before, it's been discussed during meetings. A lot of people like this world, but all the other 32 competitors are in the meetings. And every single time my friend was because it's the first time I was there, but my friend has been there before. One of my friends, he made the Chargers club. He's a 2-time winner for Chargers. Yeah, a really good friend of mine. I've been hanging out with him forever. He's the one that helps me out a lot. And
Nice.
he's been saying in the meetings, it's always a thing. It's always like pay to play, man. Like EA is like that. Like in the beginning of the year, either you have time to play or you have money because you have to open packs.
Oh,
You have to build
dude.
your team.
You have to get
As
the
a player.
reservation, right? That
Yeah.
99, that
Of
$100
course.
one.
Yeah, of course. Because I mean, if you're gonna play at a competitive level, obviously the other person, if he has a better team than you, he has the edge right away.
And even
Oh,
on the
yeah.
YouTuber circuit, like they get a lot of content doing
Yeah.
that too, right? Because they're
Yeah,
the first ones with all this packs and all that.
the YouTubers, it all depends. They have what's called coin sponsors, but they have coin sponsors because they can't play, they can't pay competitively. That's part of the rules. That's part of the
Okay. So
rules.
if you're streaming, then you can't
Yeah,
compete.
you do
Okay.
one or the other because if you like promote coin selling, that's it. Like you can't do that. You can't promote coin selling
Got you.
because it's their stuff, you know.
And coin selling is like kind of like a third party thing or what?
Yeah,
Or-
it's like a third party. They have their websites. I mean,
oh, okay.
yeah.
That's kind of what I think I've seen stuff like that. So you can go to a third party and what do? They kind of give you more coins like
Yeah, and it's
for
like, for example, if you don't have time to play, you don't want to open packs, you just buy coins from them or like from the website. Just put up a player, whatever amount. But I mean,
oh, I've kind of heard something like that with like 2K, like people pay to get their stuff upgraded and stuff, right?
yeah, oh yeah.
So that's kind of how it is, I guess, in the live tournaments. I mean, you had mentioned
No,
Ultimate
I
Team.
mean, they provide it for you.
The streamers.
Okay,
The
okay.
live event, like you all have to build it up like
You-
like competitively. You have to build it on your own and all that.
You have to
No.
build your own team, your
No,
own team, or
on
or-
the
Or the
yeah.
pay to play type of format that you're
Well,
talking about.
to qualify, you use your account. After
Okay.
that, you make the live. Don't worry about anything. They'll provide everything for you. Whatever players you want, they have them. They have
okay.
everything you
dude.
want. It's like you just submit. It's like what player do you want? You just make your lineup. Okay, this is my quarterback. This is my backup.
So tell us your lineup then,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I want to
who's your
hear it.
lineup?
I want to hear this lineup. Let's see.
Oh my lineup. I think I should have it right here. Let me pull it up.
Dude. I like hearing other people's takes on things, like especially NFL. Like I'm real.
I was thinking,
I
like,
love
I
the
wonder if
NFL,
Warren
dude.
Sapp was probably the DT, right? I'm sure he had to have been.
Let me
I don't think
see.
I don't think he's available because Warren Sapp's kind of got like trouble like off the field a lot.
No, but he still played. He won a Super Bowl.
But they still kind of cherry pick who they want on those things. Like
Maybe.
Michael Vick barely kind of got back into it again.
Maybe.
Just barely.
Well, we'll
Brett
see.
Favre though.
Brett Favre, though.
Right away.
Do you want me to send it to you? See if you can.
Yeah, send it to
you
us.
can
and
send
then-
it to us. We'll put it and
then
while you
Let
talk
me
about
see.
it.
Let me see. Let me see if
And
you
then,
guys can see it.
Oh, I could share it too. Also, or you could share your screen on the. There's a button where you put share screen.
And again, why'd you pick the Bucks? Like generally, I mean,
You see it on the chat? Or no?
Wait,
the link?
There's
know.
like it should say share screen somewhere, no?
Okay, let me see. See if you guys can see it.
And then they'll pop up here, and I can put it up. Oh, you sent it on the private chat.
Yeah, can you guys see it or no?
Oh
You
yeah,
wanna
let me. I can.
You
I
can put it. You can put it if you
Oh,
want.
yeah, let me pull it up. Share screen.
That was my lineup at the time. Those are the players I use for the live. I mean, there's better players right now. They're out, but this was back in December. That was my
Okay,
lineup.
so that's your offense right here. So
Yeah,
let's
my
see.
offense.
You got a solid line. You got Gabe Jackson. You got the Raiders did have some of the best old
Yeah,
lines.
that's the team. Because I had that theme team, the
Okay.
Raiders team, and when you have a team, it boosts up one speed.
Oh wow, yeah, and yeah, dude, they actually did have a like really solid line. That's good. You got Costanzo also. He's good. You got wide receiver. Oh, dude, that's because I've been thinking about Randy Moss. I'm gonna surprise y'all with a little thing. Straight cash, homie. Straight cash. That's been on my mind all morning when I was delivering all this money to y'all. I was like, straight cash, homie. Deion Sanders. We got Bo Jackson.
Oh,
Damn, we
geez,
got
Bo. Shit,
But
bro.
I like that. He has Deion Sanders at wide receiver.
That's
pimp.
they had that. They had him a wide receiver.
You got Marcel Reese, and then you went throwback with Rich Gannon. That's. I mean, that's. You said you get a pool of people, but it's the Raiders set,
Yeah,
right?
that one was for a game with the game against. That was a game against
Jerry Rice. Oh, dude, he has two go. He got Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, and then he has Henry Ruggs right there too.
This was
and McCaffrey.
This was the second lineup. I put in the chat. That's for for the Bucks one. And the other one was for.
And still, man, that's pretty solid, especially because you have to keep the theme, right? You're saying so.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the Raider greats, and a lot like even Marcel Reese was like a good fullback for the Raiders. I like that you have Jerry Rice and Randy Moss on that lineup. That was pretty badass.
Yeah, you notice how these players are more low overall because it was they're lower overall because that was earlier. That one wasn't. The one I sent you was in January. This was one in December.
Man, that's crazy.
That's a difference.
All right, let's see this one real quick. So this one has so you have Matt Burke at center. So this one's kind of like a variety then, right? It's not really set on one team. You got Chris Cooley. He was a good tight end. Vernon Davis. Pretty much some like OG tight ends here. Then you got Tyreek Hill. That's a good one right there. He has good speed. So you like to keep your receivers fast, huh?
Yeah.
Chad Johnson.
You have to.
Barry Sanders, and then Adrian Peterson. You were telling me that was your favorite person, right? Growing up watching Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, at that time, I think I had to have I have 25. I have 25 Redskins for sure. I mean, Washington team Redskins. I have 25 of those, and then.
Dude,
I don't remember. I think I have 25 Raiders. I think too. I have two teams.
Two theme teams.
Yeah, two different ones.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of variety. So, like, really, you like speed, and then on defense, what do you like to focus on? I know a lot of people like to do that wide receiver.
Yeah,
they pick the wide receiver. So you like to load up on corners, or do you get more like defensive tackles, or I mean, like defensive line?
This time it was like I was trying to get the best players possible, but
Dwight Freeney is a beast.
But like that team is like really expensive. That team itself, like the one they provide for you, is like because I didn't even have that. That's like a god squad, man. That team is crazy.
Yeah,
like each player is like crazy.
Champ Bailey at the nickel too.
All those players were like $500K, man. Like like $500,000. Like
so it's kind of like a DraftKings type of thing. Have you played DraftKings?
Yeah, Draft Champions, but Draft Champions.
No, not Draft Champions, but like DraftKings. Like you get like a certain amount of money, and then you draft a player to like what do they call it?
Play
like
for
auction.
You. Yeah,
like not an auction, but it's kind of like Tom Brady is worth this much. The running back this week is going to be this much, and then you have to build the lineup off of like 50K or something like that.
Oh no, it used to be like that. There's a mode called salary cap. It used to be like that last year.
There you go. Oh yeah, that's what it is, salary cap. Yeah,
they used to do salary cap last year, but they this year all of a sudden everybody's like, what? Like now you definitely need a good team. Like all your O-line, the O-line is like crazy, man. Like you have to spend $300K on a freaking guard, man. Like, oh my god, we're on a guard, bro. When you didn't even have a receiver, it's like that's what I'm saying. That team right there is probably worth like $2,000, man.
So it's really like a strategy, like you have to take in and account for. And one of the things, man, do you go like online for this info?
I
did. Where do you go? Like, is there like a community, like a gaming community?
Mudhead.com. It's called Mudhead.com.
Oh, Mudhead.com.
Yeah, that's a website that I send you. That's where I built my team.
Okay. And it gives you kind of like so is that an official EA site too, or is that kind of like a third party also?
Yeah, it's a third party. Yeah, they do their own thing, but I mean, all the players they come out. You just look at their stats there and just check. For example, if you need a receiver,
DK Metcalf, 99.
I mean, he is beast. He is beast.
Yeah. Oh, that's because he's doing the Olympic run. That's cool. So that's what I like about that, man. So they keep up to date with that all year long, but they only do so when was the last your last matchup? Was it in January?
Yeah, in January.
In January. So it was like during the Super Bowl. type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like the playoffs really.
And again, man, I mean, the competition's fierce, right? Like you're saying, I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And what's the thing that you would say that makes these players so good? What would you say?
It all depends. They put a lot of time into it. I know that a lot of people. Well, it all depends. Each player to me plays different. There's a lot of different players that play different, but I mean, it's really young people, like 18 and under, 19 and under. All those guys are like the young people that are still in high school. Those guys are crazy, man. They're really, really good. A couple
They
of friends
spam
of mine,
a lot of those plays that we were talking
yeah,
about.
no, man, like they're it's
I
not
was
even
seeing-
that. It's like they're robots, man. They don't miss a read, man. They're like, I'm just telling you, this guy is like, it's like Google. This guy does not miss a read. Like if it's open, he will throw it. Some people do not make mistakes. Like they're like robots.
Dude,
they're really
they're like kind of like the AI, like I know
yeah,
Madden,
yes,
something
man.
like that.
AI, like plus AI.
I remember when all Madden was just crazy hard, man. Where it's just kind of like every time you scored, they scored like right away.
Or you
like,
couldn't make a mistake; it would be a pick.
One of the guys was really good. Like it was crazy, man. He's all like, "You're gonna play Clef." Was what Clef the guy? He's the one that I played for Bucks. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play him." I was like, "You want to play a game?" It's like, I told him, "Yeah." Well, the one that won the whole thing, but at that time, well, he hadn't won, right? And I knew he was really good. I knew he was really good. It's like, man, he beat me like 21-0, like in the freaking first quarter, man. Like, holy damn! And that's when I realized, like, hey, man, like I had to practice.
Dude, no, I mean, yesterday I was really like impressed, man, and it shows yesterday that you just like pretty much. I mean, all the players. It was fun seeing everybody compete, but
there was
there was that you did have kind of that first quarter on one of those. It was like almost to like 35-0. Yeah. But I was giving everybody the book of Madden, so they could learn more about it
and one of the things
what it's like to be the greatest coach.
And one of the things that I really did like to see was that you were playing with the Packers, the greatest team in all of NFL.
Yeah.
So I did ask you yesterday. I mean, why did you choose the Packers?
I like the Packers because of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is like the best quarterback there. He has like the best release too.
Let me look at my phone during this one.
No, he does have the best release. Definitely better than Tom Brady. That's for sure.
God, I hate Tom Brady's release, man. He lets the ball go like
slow.
He has a crazy windup, yeah. And also Mahomes has like a baseball windup. Like he winds the ball. But and then Aaron Rodgers just flicks the wrist and he throws it right away. I like that.
So Aaron Rodgers is your favorite running back? Who's your favorite running back to play with in the just current roster?
Current roster, Aaron Jones, because he has the ability to. Packers.
Yeah,
the backfield mismatch.
I really like I was digging. Well, Zeke's pretty good, but I like what that was pretty good. Never mind. I think it was during Draft Champions. I got Sean Alexander. Alexander's character, man, it was crazy. I threw a screen to him. It was like 2 seconds left in the second half, and it was kind of one of those plays where like he thought I was gonna go for the Hail Mary, but I was like, I'm gonna sneak it, get a screen. So I did that. Boom, popped it off to Sean Alexander. He was juking. I juked and juked back. Did one of those. I was like, oh, I've never done that. And then I did a spin, and then I ran it. I was like, "Oh, dude!"
Wait, what team does he play with?
Sean Alexander was with the Seahawks back in the day. Like, he was on the cover. He was on the cover too.
Number 27, right?
Yeah,
like 37. He had gotten the touchdown before LT like blew past it. Like LT,
I think I remember now.
LT, like after that, LT kind of erased that kind of memory.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't remember Sean, but then now I remember.
But that was one of my favorite ones. And then Barry Sanders, I saw that you have him. I like some of the greats, but the current roster, I was trying to think of one. I can't really think of one I had fun with. I think just Zeke because I'm a Cowboy fan, so I really like how he kind of jukes a little bit. But yeah, man. I mean, what are your expectations for the future? Do you want to like compete more? And are you looking forward to the next Madden?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna sign up again and give it another shot. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, it's not a big deal to me. It's not a big deal.
I know, man. It's cool.
But people like the top 32, like some of them, like they take it seriously. They play competitively for a living and stuff like that, and they make a lot of money for it.
Yeah, and going to that, man, I think I did ask you yesterday about how many hours you kind of put into the game, and you mentioned, I mean, you put in some time, right? But I mean, not like 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, nothing like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, whenever I get on, I just play, try to get as many quality reps as possible. Like I don't want to be playing just random players all the time. I was like, hey man, I just want to play the weekend league. I just play weekend league. We'll see to get good rewards. If you get top 100 for that weekend. You get really good rewards. I just play those, and then the rest I just play with my friends competitively just to see. They can show me something, I can show them something, or whatever. But I don't play nothing crazy like that.
So I know you said you started playing Madden in 2015. So did you ever get a chance to play NCAA?
Nah, I never played in the college ones. Never.
Dude,
They told me they were good, but I never.
They were
them.
fun, dude. The one I love was the Reggie Bush one. That one was mine.
Nah.
Or no, actually no. The one before that with Charles Woodson. Dude, that one was fun. That was back in like the PS2 days. But
Yeah.
I know like the one. I mean, I'm looking forward to that one. I mean, I would love to have some more tournaments of that NCAA because those are fun, man. They're like a different. I hope they bring them back like different, like because sometimes Madden it does end up being cool because you get the pro teams.
Yeah, but you're gonna have Alabama like every fucking single year, bro.
But now
like,
with the NCAA, you can put the names now. They're gonna pay the players supposedly, but supposedly we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, congrats again.
The people's champ. We have the people's champ.
RGV strong people's champ. Madden people's champ because we have another people's champ. But
the
restaurants. But Don, dude, I really appreciate you, man, and thanks for joining in on the tournament and coming by. And I really appreciate your feedback and everything. I'm gonna share the content you sent my way too. Where can people find? I know you have a YouTube, right? So tell people about that. Where can people find you and see more of your clips and then show support, man? I know we need to support more local and RGV streamers. A lot of people, or even just RGV gamers, a lot of people need to know about you all. That way, you could build some sponsorship yourself, man. I mean, there's a lot of businesses, and I'm trying to build those bubbles together. So, yeah, what is your YouTube?
I stream sometimes on Twitch. Just Danny_956. I just sometimes stream on there, get on there whenever I have a chance or whenever I feel like playing a Madden competitively.
Yeah, man, I'll add you to the Discord, and then also just feel free we have that group page I was telling you about. Just whenever you stream, just feel free, man. If you want to get a little bit more views, just let me feel free, man. I kind of was doing some Madden too, so I think I got people a little used to it. And then yesterday, on Saturday we're filming the tournament as well. So yeah, man. But I appreciate your time. Thank you again. Congrats, and hopefully we can see you again on the next one. Well, actually, no, you are gonna be in the next one because the champion stays, bro.
Yeah,
we're gonna we have the next one. Man, you're gonna be there. So we'll let you know. And we're in the planning the works with the guys over there. See what we can do.
Yeah,
all right,
man.
But appreciate it. All right, man. Thank you so much.